Frank, third game in 8 days coming up. How's the squad bearing up?
Yeah, all good. It's nice to get 2 wins in the week. Going into the third game, recovery after Blackburn for the lads a little bit. Light yesterday, a bit of prep today. So yeah, regular week. Trying to carry the form on into the Watford game.
And what impact has the 2 wins had on them? Have you noticed an uplift?
Well, yeah, wins can breed a good confidence and good feeling. It's important that we harness that because you strive for that, but it's also important that you don't get complacent. It's small steps at the moment where we're all quite fresh together. We're mid-season. It's a good feeling, but as I say, there's always things we can do better. I think clearly with Blackburn there are some really good things, but also lots we can improve, as always, pretty much. So, yeah, it's a balance of confidence and understanding that there's a lot to do.
Apart from the results, what's pleased you most about the performances of the last couple of games? What's encouraged you most?
Well, I suppose the collective spirit of the team, 2 clean sheets, something that we've been lacking earlier in the season. And it takes work and it's a real collective. It's really easy to single out the back end of the pitch, particularly Ollie. He made great saves, so we can give Ollie credit for how he played the other day. But it's very much a team thing from front to back in terms of how we defend. So I've been pleased with the improvement at the front end of the pitch in our pressing and defending and blocking and midfield as well. And our back line, we've worked a lot on that. It's probably been our main focus since coming in. So we've seen signs of improvement in that, which I'm happy with. And as I say, yeah, the collective spirit of the team to get results in this league away, places like Blackburn is tough. We managed to do it, so it was good things for the players to pick up and understand what it takes to win games.
You mentioned Ollie, we were talking to him later. You had a little difficult spell before you arrived, I think both for the club and to some extent with the country. Have you noticed an improvement in his confidence?
No, not noticed him the same, actually. He's a good, hard-working lad. Quiet, but sort of gives off a confident feeling, in my opinion. And I haven't noticed anything, to be fair. He's really low maintenance, gets on with his job. So just noticed that he's playing well, and that needs to continue. He's obviously doing the right things at the moment. And again, it's like everybody, like I said, it's not getting carried away, but understanding that you're playing well is a good thing.
And at the other end of the pitch, the strikers, you asked for goals from them, and they have delivered with 3 between them. Yeah,
and they need to continue like that. It's I keep saying the same thing, but it's more their all-round game that they're improving that for me leads to the goals and the opportunities. It's the hold-up play, it's the work ethic off the ball, it's the desire to run behind and make it difficult for opponents. Those things we're getting better. Again, there's still lots of improvement, but no, I'm happy with them scoring. It's what they're here to do for us. We create generally quite a lot in games. Now our expected goals are generally very high in this league. And we need to be clinical to finish that off. So very happy for them. If they keep working, keep going, and then more goals will come.
Has there been any discussion about the second goal at Blackburn? I think both of them thought they got a touch. I think Brandon was hanging around to have a discussion.
Yeah, I think it's Brandon's goal, isn't it? I saw Ellis on our Instagram talking about it, which made me laugh. If you think you're going to get a goal, you make a better case than what Ellis made. So I think Ellis understood that he got a little touch. He couldn't even try, and it's Brandon's goal. Ellis has had one in his pocket anyway, so all was good.
And of course, you've been playing with 2 up front lately, partly because of the changes you had to make with the injuries. But do you feel that's working?
Yeah, to an extent. I mean, it's one of my sort of pleasures of the last few results is that the change in shape. Even at Norwich, our defence again was really good. So when you ask a group to change shape, I know it's something they've been used to here. It's played it before I came in, a back 3 in different ways. So I'm not asking them to reinvent themselves, but they've taken on how we want it played on board, and specifically to try and to be a bit aggressive with it. It's not a passive shape to sit back. It's an aggressive shape to use it in positive ways, and the front 2 become very important in that. And I think they have to be a real threat. They have to play off each other in the right distances between themselves, their hold-up play, how they link on and off the ball. And I think there's things that they've improved pretty quickly in these sort of 4 games that we've been playing like this. And again, there's more to do, but that has been a positive.
Haven't won 3 in a row so far this season, so it'd be nice to put that right.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, I'm counting Sheffield Wednesday as a win, so we're 3 in a minute. But we have to strive to find consistency. It's the key word in this league, isn't it? We'll see how important it is when you can string results together. and we're just in the early stages of that. So yeah, I start again after every game. You know, it's Blackburn, enjoy for a moment, clean slate, what's next, and that's what we all have to do.
And Coach Tom Cleverley, who played a few England games with me, he's been very nice about you. Called you classy a few times.
That's nice. That's nice. No, I've got a lot of time for Clebs. He was in England squads together. A very good player. I think possibly underrated in a sense, because I think he was a really good football player. Had a top career in England squads, and I had a lot of respect for him at that point. And I've also got as much, if not even more, respect for him to go into management. I know how the challenges of it in terms of being a young English coach going into a club. Expectations of people, how they look at you, how they view you. I think he's done very well in terms of how he's worked, in terms of trying to set a bit of an identity, have a way of playing. I know they're in a tough run at the minute, but they're still there or thereabouts in the playoff argument for sure. And that's not easy. That's not easy. And I'd never view someone from the outside and make too many assumptions anyway, because all our jobs are tough. And I think he's doing a really good job. So I look forward to seeing him.
And yet having 8th of the table and the speculation about his position, that just shows, I guess, how challenging it is.
Well, this is it, isn't it? I think I would say again, I think he's done a really good job. It's not easy to come in and take people who expect things. You look at the competition in this league of teams that have come down from the Premier League and the parachutes and all these things, to try and have a team that you can push into those sort of areas of the league is hard, and it's forever evolving. And unfortunately, if you have a tough period, which we all go through, this is the sort of speculation that goes with it. So I've been there. You understand it. It's not great, but you just got to continue working. I'm sure he's doing that.
And in terms of the transfer window, you said you want to have 1 or 2 if you can. Anywhere near, as far as you know?
No, not at this period in time. There's nothing I can tell you that's imminent.
Enjoyed the last few games?
Yeah, it's been nice. 2 wins. 3 if you count the FA Cup, so yeah, it's been good.
And the clean sheets, of course.
Yeah, always nice.
Yeah. The defence in front of you is slightly different now with the 3 centre halves and the wing backs. How do you feel that's working?
I think it's working well. I think we can be aggressive from the back, and as the results have shown recently, we're not conceding as many goals.
Yeah. And have you sort of got to know them better a little bit now? Because obviously you were new at the start of the season. Are you interacting with the centre halves more now, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the more I play with them, obviously the more we get to know each other. So game by game, training by training, the relationship gets better and better.
It's been a bit of a whirlwind for you since you arrived. You started in the team and then you dropped out for a while. Was that difficult when you weren't in the team?
Yeah, it was, but it's not like it's a part of football. So I knew what I had to do. Like you can just work hard, no excuses. So yeah.
Did your confidence take a dip at all?
I don't know, maybe a little bit, but as I said, like you can't be too down. You just gotta come to training every day and do your best.
And the previous gaffer kept pointing out you're still young, so was that something that kept telling you that you've got time on your side, I guess?
Yeah, I know that, but obviously you want to play anyways. It doesn't matter my age. I wanna compete and play, but then obviously I get that I'm still young, but I think that I can compete, and I still got a lot of things to improve.
And the last few games, talking through it, the penalty save against Sheffield Wednesday, that must have been a good moment for you.
Yeah, I mean, the FA Cup is my debut in the FA Cup, and it's a big tournament that you've watched on TV before. So to be a part of a penalty shootout and to save one and win was an amazing feeling.
Had you practiced much beforehand in penalties?
No, not really. I mean, coming up through the academy in Sweden, we had a lot of penalty shootouts, but this was my first one in a professional game.
So do you have a technique in terms of facing penalties, or is it just instinctive?
It's more instinctive, I would say. It's different to every kick is different.
And then you mentioned the 2 clean sheets and the one save that stood out against Blackburn when you flung yourself across after Campbell had fired the ball into the penalty area. Did you feel good about that at the time?
I mean, at the time I was so focused on the game, so yeah, it's an alright save. I mean, I just try to come back in the goal and react, and luckily I could save it, and Bingsy was there afterwards.
Yeah. Have you looked back at the save since?
Yeah, once or twice, yeah.
Does it look good looking back?
Yeah, it's alright, it's alright.
And teams have put pressure on you with corners coming in close. That's obviously something that a goalkeeper has to deal with. Do you feel you're growing in confidence in terms of dealing with corners?
Yeah, I think that a lot of teams are like putting in balls. Maybe they see that I'm new and young and stuff, but I think I've dealt with it alright. And yeah, it's a tough part of the game, but you're always trying to improve, and I think that I can improve even more. But I think I've dealt with it alright so far.
Yeah. And the mood of the team at the moment? 2 wins obviously helps. What's the mood like?
Yeah, the mood is alright, but we know that 2 wins is like that's in the past, so we're gonna look forward, and every game is important.
And in terms of consistency, that's what you're aiming for. So if you can make it 3 wins in a row, that would be a boost, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, as I said, every game is important, and 3 in a row would be good. But as you say, it's another 3 points, so we gotta go in there with a strong mentality and trying to win this particular game.
And change of manager, what impact's that had on you? How much does Frank take interest in the goalkeeping side of things?
Yeah, I mean a little bit, but mostly through Aled. But of course, it's been a few like differences. But yeah, I think it's suited me well. The way we want to play, and like still learning. The way we play out from the back is different, like different games, how the opponents press and stuff. But yeah, I think it's been good.
Another home game this weekend. Have you enjoyed playing in front of the crowd at the arena?
Yeah, I have, especially the last 2 home games where we got the win. So yeah, it's been really nice. Looking forward to it.